Hey you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Welcome back to another Project Life Process video. In this video, I'm working on week 5 from 2017. And I just thought that some of you might like to know while I'm putting my photos in place and cutting some up, since I always do that, I would just thought I'd let you know that I am up to date on my 2017 album, which is awesome. Luckily, because of the winter, I've been able to normally on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days, been able to work on my weekly spread, which I've loved having that a part of my schedule. It's really helped me to get it done. But I don't know when this video is actually going to go live on YouTube because I'm still trying to share some of my weeks from 2016, and I'm doing some of those and then some of 2016. I'm kind of behind on sharing with you guys, which I know is totally fine because I'm hoping a process video is a process video, but I would just thought I would let you know why you are getting my videos several weeks later. Anyway, let's move on to the spread. So right now I'm working on that. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry is actually a novel that I read. I finished this week and I absolutely love this novel. I'll just sidetrack right now and tell you that it is an excellent novel with very rich characters, and the author is a brilliant story writer. So if you are looking for a book to read, I would definitely recommend grabbing that, or anything from that writer. I believe his name is Frederick Backman. I believe he is Swedish and his books were translated into English. So anyway, just a plug for that. So when I was going through and looking at my title cards, I found this yellow one that I thought would be great. I think the winter tends to be pretty gray, pretty dark. So I thought it would be really nice to add a little bit of yellow to brighten it up. And so when I saw that card, I thought it would be perfect. And then I went ahead and I just looked through my 3x4 cards and looked for some other cards that had some yellow in it. And so that's kind of how I chose those cards. The other cards that you see, that here's the story, I already kind of had an idea for that. The house one, I had kind of a story that I wanted to tell with that as well. And then the one that says today, I believe, is from Allie Edwards. And here's the story came from an Allie Edwards story kit as well. It's like a paper pad. So you'll probably see me use that a little bit more. So you're seeing right now that I'm actually using my mega date stamp. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I love the mega date stamp. But the one thing about the mega date stamp that I do not love is it is so hard to move, from one number to the next. And so it hurts your fingers a lot. So I end up having to use a rag or something. So just FYI, maybe keep something around so that you can use it when you're going to use that tool. All right, so now I'm moving on to making some 3x4 cards, or technically cutting out some pieces to go underneath those photos. So lately, instead of putting a full 3x4 white piece behind that photo, I've just been doing, it's basically 2 inches by 3 inches. So it's saving me a lot on paper, which is nice. I also took a little bit of a break so I could do that journaling for the novel that I wrote. So I just wrote actually a little bit more about, how I wasn't really reading a lot last year, and how I found this great author, and so I've been reading more. Anyway, so the journaling was longer than I could write out, so I decided to go ahead and print that out. And now I am just doing some more journaling on my cards. You saw that I finished that one with the photo, and I do that quite often where those 3x3 photos that I'm putting the date right underneath it. And then I definitely moved on to here's the story. And I can't exactly remember what that story was about, but it was just one of the stories from this week. This card that has the Home Sweet Home on it is basically just about how much I appreciate my house. And with my husband looking for work, I never know if we're going to stay here or if we're going to move somewhere. So I was just kind of talking about how I'm really appreciating our home and, the chance to live here and those sorts of things. I really enjoy being able to tell those kinds of stories opposed to just, the everyday types of things, because those are thoughts that are going through my mind, about like, what does the future hold for us and will we stay here? So I do find myself thinking about, if my time was limited in my home, like, obviously appreciating it so much more. So what I decided to do with that Never Grow Up card is to add those white stickers to them. I believe these are old stickers from Basic Gray, if I remember right. And I love these stickers because they're small enough where I feel like they can go on almost anything. And then there's so many letters that I feel like they're endless. So I think I've used them in the last 2 or 3 weeks, just mostly because it was sitting on my desk that I was like, oh, look, I can use these. And I just love that there are so many letters. To me, they feel like they're endless. Obviously, they're going to run out. And I bought them a long time ago, so I have no idea if they are still available. I will look for them. If they are, then I will definitely let you know. So I grabbed over these corkboard embellishments. These came from a kit, I believe, in 2016 from Studio Calico. I can't remember the exact one. And I've been wanting to use them for a while. You know how you have those embellishments that you're like, oh, I'm going to use them on this spread, and then you end up doing something else. It's kind of how this has gone. It's just been sitting in my stash. And I've really been thinking a lot about how much to add to my 4x6 photos. One of the reasons why is because a couple of years ago, I lost 3 years worth of photos. So I lost a hard drive, and it was when I was trying to back it up. It was really unfortunate. It was 2011, 12, and 13. Those photos are gone. I don't know if I've shared that with you. And it's actually something I would love to talk more about, is how to back up your stuff in creative ways that you can do it so that you always have a photo somewhere that a backup somewhere. If that's something that you're interested in, you can either comment about that or give this video a thumbs up and let me know that you're interested in having that discussion. Anyway, so when I was going back and looking at my 2013 Project Life album, because I didn't do it for the other years, some of those photos were just like plain photos. Some of the photos had text on them, and some of the photos had embellishments. And the ones that were plain, I was thinking, I could easily scan those and reprint those out, because those are the only photos that I have. And the ones that were full of type or full of embellishments, it would have been a little bit more difficult. So that's something that I've been thinking about, is how minimal do I want to be and how much of the story do I want to put right onto the photo? So, because for me, I really have a lot of fun playing with the embellishments. And even though I am more of a simple project lifer, if that's what you would say, definitely more of a simple design, I enjoy being able to play with the embellishments and the cards. And I think that that's a lot of fun to really try and make your spread look pretty. But also, my number one really is my photos and my stories. So I feel like if I'm getting the meat, then I'm really happy with that. And then the embellishments are just everything added on top. So I think you can have a happy medium by doing both. Some weeks are just going to be, the cards and the photos, your stories. And then some weeks are going to be more embellished. And I think that that's a really great way to try and approach it. So that's just some thoughts that I've been having, and I would love to hear more about how you guys approach it, or what you guys think when it comes to embellishing your photos, or how much stuff you're actually putting onto the layout. So what you're seeing me work on right now, this 3x4 card, I'm trying to figure out what to put on top of it. I wanted to add something more to it. And obviously I just grabbed it originally because it had yellow on it and I liked the ribbon banner effect. So you can see here in this photo that what I actually did is I found this drawing that my daughter did on the back of a gum wrapper, and I thought that it was pretty cute. I found it in my traveler's notebook, so I thought that I would add it, and you can see that I added a little geotag with it. So that's what I decided to put on top, and I thought it was a great thing to add that had a very personal touch. So anyway, you guys, this is the spread for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys were able to find some inspiration. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more Project Life Process videos from me, please subscribe so you can get updates. And we will catch you in the next video. Bye.